Hello everybody, Crafty here, and today, well, I think this is going to be a treat for you guys. This is my recorded gameplay of Dark Souls 2. And as you can see in the demo, you have the Soldier, Warrior, Sorcerer, Temple Knight, Dual Swordsman, and Hunter. Now I'm going to fly through this a little bit quickly. Now the Soldier, I believe, starts with a pike. The Warrior started with a great sword. Sorcerer, I'm moving too fast. Okay, so let's back this up a bit. I apologize for not uploading this sooner, but I'm going to pick the Temple Knight. Today, I'm going to be describing some of the changes that were done in Dark Souls 2 from Dark Souls 1. Now, I'm seeing videos popping up all over the place about Dark Souls 2, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. So I'm going to take my chances and put up a video for you guys. Now, this is the beginning. And as you can see, there's summon signs and evasion signs, and there's a fog wall. I'm going to do my best to describe what is exactly going on. There are times where I'm going to stop and pause, because I did all this without narrating it. I was just playing the game to play it. Now, I originally streamed it first, but it didn't record. So these are your attributes now. You have your level, and then one down is your vigor, which determines your HP. Your endurance determines your stamina. Your vitality, which determines your maximum equipment load, so that's different. Attunement boosts spellcasting speed and the number of spells you can have. Strength, wield weapons and boost attack. Dexterity boosts poison, bleed effects, and weapons with finesse. Resistance is pretty much the same. Agility now governs swiftness of movement, boosts evasion, blocking, and other actions. I'll talk a little bit about agility in a bit, because agility is a new one, so is vigor. Intelligence, again, boosts for sorceries, and boosts magic and fire defense, and faith boosts lightning and dark, attack and defense. Everything else is pretty much the same. You have your HP, you have your stamina, you have your equipment load. You have spell attunement slots, you know, your standard array of Dark Souls stuff. Now you have spellcasting speed, which is kind of neat. So if you have attunement, it actually raises your spellcasting speed. It's not dexterity this time. You have your typical physical attack strength, physical attack dexterity, which is pretty interesting. You have your magic attack, you have your fire attack, you have your lightning, you have your dark, you have your poison, you have your bleed. Just going to go through that really fast without even looking at them. Pretty much the same stuff. Physical defense, magic defense, fire defense, lightning defense, and I have dark defense, which is, I believe, a new attribute. That's all the same. Curse is back. Evasion, now this is all the stuff you get from agility. Evasion, action speed, and trap disabling. Pretty interesting. And all the rest of that is pretty much the same. Now, I actually get summoned here as a Blue Apostle, which is really interesting. Or, I think it was attempted. I don't think it actually goes through. So I just wait around for a little bit. But as you can see, look at the graphics. The graphics are phenomenal. I love the armor. I love the armor of this character. And as you can see, I do a little bit of rolling to show you, I think that's the fat roll. As you can see, the menu screen here, as normal, it does not pause, but you can see the face and the armor from here, which is kind of cool, I think. Oh, sin level, severity of sin. That was there before in Dark Souls, but a different kind of mechanic. You can put messages down with that menu. Now, like I said, this is the network test. Some of this stuff might not be the same. But there's your inventory screen, and as you can see, kind of has a difference this time. It's by blocks instead of a list. I don't know if you would be able to toggle that or not. Look at the size of this weapon. I love this weapon. This weapon is really cool. As you can see, it does a ton of damage. Now, a ton of damage in the sense of that. It doesn't The damage, again, this is the network test. I don't know if this is going to be true or not, but the damage overall with all weapons seems very, very low. As you can see, I'm showing off some of the light attacks, the strong attacks. This, I believe, is the longsword, maybe? That's the quick attacks. And there's your heavies. As you can see, my stamina bar in the upper left-hand corner is going down with each attack. It's actually showing my my covenant in the upper left, not a humanity, which is interesting. Now, that might change as well. If you look in the bottom right-hand corner, as you can see, I just did a backstab right there, and as you saw, the backstab animation is absolutely phenomenal this time around. It is cool to backstab, not just your typical foray of stab, kick, repeat. It's really cool. As you can see, it is freaking dark. This game is really dark. I don't know if I upped the darkness or upped the brightness settings of this. I'm not exactly sure if I did that or not. But as you can see, again, upper left-hand corner, let's get back to that because I keep moving forward. My covenant is showing, and you have your health and your stamina. Pretty much the same. You do not have a magic bar like in Demon's Souls, so they did not go back to that. But then again, this is not a... poo. Oh, I did this as a little cinematic thing. Look at this. Just look at it. Just the leaves blowing. Look at the bottom of the armor, the cloth physics. That's pretty freaking awesome, if I do say so. If I may say so, which I did, so I just said so. But freaking cool. Did a little fat roll there. There are differences in rolling. I do believe I show that off in a little while. Taking off your armor does improve your roll. As you saw how fast I put that block up. And here comes somebody. And he's dual wielding, so you get to see a little bit of dual wielding action here. There's a parry. And as you see, parry, you don't do an immediate counterattack. You knock them on their ass. I'm not sure if I was doing it correctly or not, but I'm just trying to showcase parrying right here. It is a little more difficult to parry this time around. It helps if you do it on time. But here I'm going to show you the Estus Flask. You drink, and as you saw, it was not instantaneous. And I will be revisiting that in a little bit. When you drink the Estus Flask, it slowly rebuilds your health. Now, there are also these. They're called Life Stones. See my health increasing gradually. Life Stones, I think, will just be an item that will allow you to slowly regenerate your health. So if you have a break, so to speak, if you have a nice boom jump scare, and did I parry him there? No, I did not. I just beat the shit out of him. But yeah, the healing items are really interesting. The life gems are going to be interesting because it's pretty much just a slow regen of health. So in combat, not going to be useful. Now the Estus Flasks, as I said before, you'll see me use them a couple times. So I just want to talk about them right now. The Estus Flasks rebuild your health, relatively quickly, but it's not instantaneous like it was before. So if you're getting ganked, and I'm pretty sure I do a lot during this gameplay. If not, it was during the live stream, which unfortunately did not record. But yeah, if you're getting overwhelmed and you Estus Flask, even if you back away to Estus Flask and they get a jump on you, they can pretty much kill you still. Here I got two enemies on me. I believe both are dual wielders, so I want to kite them down the stairs, get myself a little bit of an open area. Two heavy attacks takes him out, and I pretty much tried the same, but he evaded me, so the AI is a little more, I think, responsive in this. The AI is definitely more responsive, and you can see the light attacks take 3. And the souls, as you saw flying around me, was really freaking cool, because it's not, again, an instantaneous poof sort of thing. The soul kind of encircles you, and I think that's a neat little, I don't know, just a neat little addition. They didn't have to do that, and everything that they do is cool. Now I'm going to two-hand this. Or, no, actually, I'm going to try to go for a backstab here so I can show you the animation. Oh, God! See, that's just a a complete and utter upswing, just obliterating your opponent. Whereas before, with the short sword, or the long sword, it was whack, whack, and then dead. Now, when you start the backstab animation, I always follow it with another light attack, because as soon as I did that, it went right into the boom boom, the attack attack. Now, I'm not sure if that's actually context sensitive, like you have to input that, but it felt more, it felt like I had to, almost. I don't think I ever tried just doing it, because I was afraid of not getting the backstab. So, that would be an interesting mechanic. Now, I got a dual wielder and a club user. A little bit of a slowdown there. Again, this is a network test. Don't worry. I just get utterly overwhelmed here. Now, my stamina, see, I pulled out the Estus Flask. Did not come up in time. See, that's going to be an interesting mechanic that you're going to have to know. So, the last bonfire I rested at, which is pretty much the beginning, and that's where I'm going to reappear back at the Merchant. I don't think I visit the Merchant anytime during this playthrough, but it's not all that much different from Demon's Souls. If you've played that, see there again, boom, boom. Nice little backstab animation. I don't think it's all that different from Demon's Souls. Dark Souls, maybe it's a little, I don't know. It's pretty much not the standard UI, but it serves the same purpose. Things are really expensive in this game. Don't know if that's going to change again, but there wasn't really anything of note to buy. See there again, boom. You cut the leg out and then 2 swipes to the back. Freaking cool. And also just getting arrows laced into you. Now, the dual wielders are very, very evasive. See right there, I life gem, which took a really long time, which I really shouldn't have, but in the end it does work out because I do regenerate my health fast enough. But stamina is really hard to get back. See, I missed this before. See, again, you have to explore a lot. And there's no kick. That was a kick animation. And I give him a wave for good measure. That was a kick animation. All it was really just a swipe of your sword, and it just knocks them back. Same thing as a kick, it's just different. Now, the Ring of War, I'm going to equip that right here. The Guardian's... there you go. The Guardian Seal summons you as a blue phantom to other people's worlds that are being invaded, which is kind of cool. That's what this Covenant starts with. Or gives you, I don't know. But that's what this character starts with. He starts with the Blue Covenant, and you get the blue ring. But the Ring of War, I forget exactly what it does because I wasn't paying attention. I think it does something really cool. But you can just go back and pause the video and see what it does because I highlight it. But again, it's been like 3 weeks since the network test. 2-3 weeks maybe? Probably. I have half an hour to fill of voicing, so it's going to be a little Ow! Oh, no scope 360 freaking nailed me. And see ya. Pushing down the pit. If you didn't know, there's an actual pit down there. But as soon as I get out of here, I'm actually going to have a lot of souls if I recover them, because it's probably not going to happen because these guys really get on me. So I'm thumbing through my items, and as you can see in the bottom, the next item in line is actually previewed. So you're always going to have that extra preview. Now my stamina here is taking a beating from this two-hander. So I get a nice little, not riposte. Yeah, nice little riposte. Parry, I guess. I don't know about riposting, if riposting is even here anymore, but parries are, so there's that. Cleaning up a little bit more, showing you some of the combat. I don't think I showcase some of the other armors, but there's nothing really all that special. Some of the armors are lighter, some are heavier, just like before. I'm not sure if there are armor set bonuses. I thought there was. I don't think I really explore that in this playthrough, but my live stream actually, I sat down and did everything in the live stream, which is a shame because I thought it was recording, and it wasn't. But I try my hand here at using a heavy weapon against these fast, agile users, and for whatever reason, the light attack for this weapon goes in the direction you're pushing. So if you're pushing backwards, you're going to attack backwards. I don't really understand that because when you're targeting something, you're supposed to always be attacking in that direction. So it's a really weird. See, as you can see, I'm botching this attack all the time. So you pretty much almost have to let off of the directional pad and attack just to get a forward attack. It's really stupid. Maybe they'll clean that up. I don't know. Maybe that's a feature of the weapon. I'm not sure. I think it's really stupid. But from here, I didn't really understand where to go, so I looked down. Oh, there we go. And jump. Oh. That's right. Something I have to talk to you about. When you roll, there's no more jumping roll. So when you're sprinting and you quick roll, you roll. You don't jump anymore. To jump, you have to be sprinting, and then you have to click the thumbstick. Really strange. I'm not sure how I feel about it. But in order to do jumps, you need to be sprinting, and then you click the thumbstick instead of rolling. It's really strange. As you can see, the bonfire animation's really cool. It gives off a nice little spherical thing there. I'm going to do a little bit of upgrading here, and as you can see, when I start to do some of these sliders, you'll see see the evasion going up there, so it's up to 200. Not really sure what those numbers honestly mean, but I up it a little bit. I don't really explore how well that does. As you can see, it really ups the weapon damage, so it's pretty nice. I did not explore if 40's the hard limit again. There were a lot of things it's not that I forgot to do, it's just we had 3 hours to do this, and I live streamed for an hour and a half. So I only really had an hour and a half to play with it after that and record it, which is, it's a shame, it really is. But, you know, I did the most of what I could so I can give you guys at least some idea of what's going on. As you can see, the souls on the ground, pretty much the same thing. Yeah, I don't really know what to expect from it. Here's a new mechanic. The torches, you can see the light is pretty cool. Yes, it was in Dark Souls before, but you can actually, if you go to I believe it's a sconce, anything with fire wheel, you can light a torch and then carry it with you. It significantly changes the lighting setup. Now we're gonna come up to a new enemy here that's utterly frightening. And during my live stream, I think I kind of crapped myself when I saw this opponent. I really liked the weapons, but this thing made me crap my pants so much. Now I think I toy with it here to show you some of the attacks. But again, just like Dark Souls and Demon Souls, you have to be careful and you have to study your opponent. Now here I'm just doing a quick little hit and run. It never really gets off any of its other attacks, but that's its 1-2 swing combo, and you have to be careful when you back roll. Oh, here's the other one. A fucking charge attack. Ugh, so brutal. If it hits you, it breaks your guard, even with full stamina. It's brutal. So whatever weapon that guy has, I won in one. But sadly enough, I did not drop it, even if he did drop the weapon. So I just kite him around a little bit. I'm not sure if he actually damages me during this whole foray. Okay. Spoke too soon. And done. And he only gives you like 610 souls, which is really weird. But it's really cool how he explodes in a vapor of blood and just soulness, I guess. Whatever. There's actually more dudes over here. Again, I show you the jump. There he is. More of the same. And I have to worry about the guy behind me. He's sitting down right now, but he will attack you. But as you can see, it's really strange because I don't know if there's hollow or not, but these guys just look like zombies. Yeah, yes, I know the hollow look undead-ish. But these guys look even more so. They look absolutely... Now, as you saw there, he actually hit his ally. Don't know how that's going to come into play, but it's an interesting mechanic. Now again, these guys were not easy to take down. I do not think they were backstabbable. Ow. But see, one swing took all of my stamina away and stunned me. So yes, that is back as well. You've probably seen it multiple times. Jeez! Again with the stun. He doesn't even give you a chance. Once he hits you with that, it's almost worth... Yeah, there's the backstab. As you saw, a different backstab animation. That's going to be interesting. But it was almost worth it at that point. It was almost worth it at that point to take the hit, because if I blocked it, it actually stunned me. But if I let it hit me, and I believe I picked up this guy's armor set, so I don't think I will be equipping it. But I might visit it in the menu. But 3 of these things, this is definitely not an enemy I am looking forward to. Now, I did upgrade... Oh god, as you saw, he just utterly destroyed me right there. And I had to retreat. I had to put some distance between him and me, trying to bait him to do the attack, but I put a tree between him and me, and I had a little bit of an advantage there. So I'm probably going to life gem here. Yep, I life gem up. Kite him around the tree a little bit. I tried to get him stuck on the tree to see how the AI functioned, to see how well it navigated the trees. Because it wasn't a strong point in Dark Souls. You get things stuck on things and just take advantage of it. But it navigated the trees pretty well, I thought. So the AI, I believe, is a little more improved this time around. Souls are pretty much the same. You use them to get souls. Now this guy here... Oh no, he just fell over. I thought he was crawling toward me, but I parry him, and he fell down. Now, when they're on the ground, I don't know if there's a special attack you have to use, but I was thinking, you know, you knock them on the ground and then you plunge your sword or weapon through their chest and to finish them off, but didn't really find that to be the case. And you saw the dual-wielding funness right there. Really dangerous situation, because these guys will walk circles around you if you are not careful. The 2-weapon fighters are really freaking annoying. They don't deal the most amount of damage, but as you saw, they run toward you and they flip out of the way, and it's just... It's a pain in the ass because you don't have time to get your stamina back. So facing multiples is really going to be an issue. I didn't really get to work too much with dual wielding, but what I did find was really cool. And there's actually 3 slots here. So the greatsword here, I do not have enough dexterity, as you see in the bottom. So I cannot use it. I'm using the longsword currently. Oh, or did I equip the longsword? I forget. The Pursuer's Greatsword is the big, gigantic thing I had, and I have the longsword equipped. Now, I actually have an axe. I have the Greatsword. As you see, there's an Ultra Greatsword. There's the Great Axe. There's shield classes. There's dagger classes. Yeah, pretty much the same stuff there was before. Here are the different types of things. As you can see in the bottom, there's actually a requirement for strength now. For armor. Don't know if there's going to be a dex requirement either, but the only ones I found were the strength requirements. Obviously, the ones that require strength usually give you poise. And I'm trying to look for that right now, I believe. It is on the other side. Keep going. Poise. There you go. So poise is back again. Pretty much the same stuff. It tells you what you get. Durability is the same. The weight of the items are back. So all of that is the same. But a really, really neat mechanic is that you have to have strength in order to equip your... Now, right here, I'm just going through some of the armors, but really impressed with how these armors look. As you saw, look at the just the cloth physics. Here you go. Quick roll. Quick rolls are back. So it does make a difference. If the weight of your armor does matter again, which is cool. But I really like the cloth physics in this, and I believe I keep the chest on because it's just really cool to walk around in. But do I actually test it? Yeah, here's the fat roll. Or the medium roll, I'm not really sure. Probably a medium roll. There wasn't really any heavier armor for me to test a fat roll. But as you can see, that's a little bit longer than a medium roll in Dark Souls, I believe. I don't think it's as slow as a fat roll, so I don't know the... In here I just test the quick roll again. You see how fast you roll without armor on. And I'm pretty sure when I put the armor back on, I try to find a good balance of quickness. So I believe I put on the same thing. Okay, I'm back to fat roll, which is fine, I guess. So I go for weapons again. Now, I can't really use any of the others because I don't have the proper requirements, which is pretty much the same as Dark Souls. But, as I said before, just all of the stuff going on in Dark Souls is really... Or Dark Souls 2. I have to remember to say that. All the stuff going on in Dark Souls 2 is really... I don't know, man. For the 3 hours that I played this, I had a blast. The changes that were made were really, really awesome. I find a switch over here to lower the bridge, actually. And as you saw, I was actually interacting with the object, and I still got stabbed. So, I don't know if that's actually going to come into play, because in Dark Souls, you pretty much had invulnerability while you were interacting with objects. And it's not that I'm bad at parrying, it's just a little bit more difficult to parry in this game now. This guy just goes ham on me, and it's really irritating, because just one freaking user, one dual user just destroyed me right there. So we're moving on in the network test. And I do believe we come up to a bonfire, however, it is locked. Now, the key is found later on, but there's actually 2 ways to go from here. I could have taken the bridge, or I could have gone this direction. Now, this direction brings me to some new enemies. The skeletons are back. And the skeletons have a mechanic that is returning. You'll see that in a little instant. Did you notice something? I didn't get souls for killing that skeleton. You can pretty much put 2 and 2 together here. Necromancers are back. You have to kill necromancers, otherwise they're going to regenerate skeletons. Don't know if I actually run into the necromancer at this point or not. But you should see on your left the skeleton reanimating any moment. Oh, there he goes. Brings them all back. So that's a nice little mechanic that is returning that I didn't really appreciate. Now this skeleton dual sword user is a little bit more Ow, okay, yeah, I just get overwhelmed here. Nope, I'm out. Hit that life gem really quick, just so I can get a little bit of health regen as I run away like a coward with my tail between my legs. Now, if you've been wondering why the quality is the best, again, I'm recording off the PS3. My Roxio HD Pro does not truly appreciate the PS3 HDMI connection, so I can't record with the HDMI. So I have to go through a component, and I have cheap component cables, so that is why everything kind of has a weird, foggy sort of look to it. I apologize, it is nothing I can change. That is why I don't really record that much PS3 footage, unfortunately, because I kind of got the PS3 to record Demon's Souls, but the quality just really wasn't up to my standard, and I really can't afford a PVR or any other sort of awesome recording software, because I like my Roxio Pro, I really do. Now, as you see here, backstab a couple of the skeletons, and I find the creepy-ass necromancer, who is just about to revive, I believe. He either called them, he didn't revive them. I think he called one, which is right there. But with the necromancer dead, I get all of the souls of the previous creatures I killed that he would have reanimated. So that's a neat little mechanic right there as well. Whereas before, I don't believe if you killed the necromancer, they just stayed dead. I don't think you actually got it. Here is an area that I could not reach. Open the door, please. No, didn't work. Okay, moving on. There is the quick little hop, and it seems like, oh god, it seems like you don't get as much air. Ow, and I get a arrow to my nuts for the hell of it right there. Now this gets a little interesting. And I'll explain what happens in a little bit. You have your standard, quick enemies right here, but I'm not sure if I get overwhelmed here or not. But after these guys, this is a little freaking camper right there, sitting. I think I take these guys out with relatively little issue. These guys aren't the problem, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a second. I kind of want to talk about it. Come on, get to it. There's the Lockaway Key. That key is needed. I believe that key is needed to get to the bonfire, so I think that's where I stop. But if I continue in this direction, look what happens. If you remember Gravelord summons in the original Dark Souls, if a Gravelord put his summon sign down, he would actually summon some harder colored enemies to other people's games. Now, this acts almost exactly like that. And boy, were these guys hard. It's not like they're hard to begin with. These guys were hard to kill. Even if I do kill these guys, I'm not sure if I actually kill these guys. But as you can see, I do pretty much nothing to these guys. But I didn't really find a mechanic of leveling up weapons at the bonfire, or I don't really think I looked. Maybe it's done at the merchant. Again, didn't really look. But these weapons were not the greatest. I wanted to see if he fell off the bridge, because I wanted to use the bridge to my advantage. Not so lucky. I didn't test if I could actually mount him back with the kick animation, but chances are that was not happening. Okay. I was really hoping to get him with that one swing, but sadly he had 18 health left, so that wasn't happening. So you get cracked Red Eye Orb, which is obviously from Dark Souls. You can evade other people. So by killing them, you actually got cracked Red Eye Orbs. Not sure if that's an actual mechanic that's going to be in Dark Souls 2, if these red guys appear. Not sure how those red guys appear, but every time I walked through this area, they seemed to be summoned. So I don't know if that's an actual thing that's going to happen, because it seemed to be like an automatic thing that happened. So I'm not exactly sure if that's something that was actually caused by a player, but it seemed every time I hit that spot, that's when the red guys came. So not sure how that's going to play up in the actual game. But I'm actually nearing the end of my time here. I think it only goes on for 38 minutes, so like I said before, I am absolutely, truly happy and impressed with what I have seen so far in this game. All the changes that they made, all the improvements that they made. Now, I was doing this at 4 o'clock in the morning because the network test was from 2 to 5, I think it was, my time. 2 in the morning to 5 in the morning. Yay! Yep, there it is, Undead Lockaway Key. So I was going on little sleep. I was very tired. I had a lot of coffee in me, but by the end I was dragging. And I do not believe I get to it in this playthrough, but there were actually 2 bosses in the network test. I did not get to both bosses. I did, however, record one of the bosses, the Skeleton King. Now, I'll probably upload that later, but that was a really interesting mechanic, how the fight went. So I'll probably upload that later if I get enough views and likes. Not that I'm blackmailing people into actually watching my videos, but thank you guys for watching. My name is Crafty. I had a blast playing this and recording this all for you. I am the man, apparently. But this was a real enjoyment for me to do this. So I do have more footage to record. So maybe you'll get that later.